future belongs to those who know where they belong.
You're nervous, aren't you?
Why would I be nervous? We're just gonna decide the rest of our lives.
The author, Veronica, was there on set. That must have been a little bit intimidating at times.
What do you think?
I don't think it was intimidating. I think there was a little bit of like, we hope you like it. This sort of the way it is. Like, it can't change either way. So I think that sort of took the intimidation factor out of it, just because the pressure was off, and that's just the way it was.
But I heard that when they cast you, she was like, Theo is the exact guy that how I imagined him. So that must have been quite relieving.
Yeah, in a funny way, I did feel like that I knew him anyway, and I knew how to play this guy, and I did see kind of similarities there already. And then there's also part of you that has to take ownership in a way and think, especially at the time, you have to be in a place where you're like, well, I know this character better than anyone.
Yeah.
Because you need to be in that place, otherwise, it's going to be weak.
You are different. If you don't fit into a category, they can't control you. They call it Divergent.
I knew I wanted Shailene to be in the movie. She was top of my list.
Really? She was quite difficult maybe to get her on board to begin with, wasn't it?
For a couple of days, she was like, whoa, what am I getting myself into? I think it's an intense thing to, sign on to this sort of blockbuster like this, and it's going to change your life. And I think she had to think about that, but I think she thought about it for about 2 days, and then she said, I'm in.
And I didn't realise you were English until I was looking at interviews afterwards.
Awesome.
So yeah, the accent was brilliant.
Oh, great.
Were you helping him out at all, or did you do that all by yourself?
Every day.
Every day?
I take full responsibility. When I first met him, I didn't know that he was British because he had the American accent on, and unlike a lot of people, he kept it up for the entire shoot, which was nice.
Interesting.
I know who you are. If you want to survive, follow me.
And the soundtrack, I have to say, is amazing. So was
Thank you.
that all you kind of deciding all that
Well,
stuff?
I mean, I had a sense of how I wanted the music to sound. And there were two things. One, just kind of sort of a rhythmic, almost tribal sound to the music. And on the other hand, using Ellie Goulding as kind of like a musical voice for Trish, just to kind of keep it, intimate and emotionally with Trish.
And I heard that you said that some of the scenes were more difficult than others, and that the kissing scenes were quite difficult.
The difficulty was coming from a place of, we didn't want it to be just a perfunctory kissing scene, and we didn't want it to be cheesy, and because it only happens once, and because it's such a long build-up, and because practically I had to take my shirt off to show the tattoos. You know, it's a kind of...
Everyone's happy about that, though. That's okay.
Don't try and define me.